Up on the surface, it is snowing. Very, very hard. And on layer 30, we are dumping magma into the sea. Well, I mean, what could go wrong, of course? So far, nothing. Aside from that, we now have a very efficient garbage dump. So something I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to go... yeah, right here. Of course it looks beautiful. It's molten rock. This is going to be our refuse pile. For gnarly bits. And garbage. And it's going to save us a lot of walking. And I'm gonna make an opening right there. And an opening right here. And make this into our garbage dump. So I'm gonna see if I can make a garbage dump on top of a door. And if I can, that'll become our new garbage dump. We're just gonna dump all garbage down into the magma. And how deep is this? 3 of 7. Yeah, we got a little ways to go. We're gonna wait until it gets to 5. When it gets to 5 back there, I'm gonna pull the plug on the whole thing. And stop it. And when I stop it, hopefully it won't, cause too many problems. As always, if anybody has a dwarf or would like to check in with their dwarf, just let me know. And if you would like a dwarf, let me know. Just the first thing we gotta do is smooth all of this. Oh, I see the problem. We're currently on break time. How is yours doing, Flabort? Not good. Really, really bad, although currently you're reading records of models. You are utterly harrowed by the nightmare that is your tragic life. But you're interested after reading some books. You've been very restless about being unable to practice a martial art. You have been practicing a craft. But you're just one of those dwarves that is kind of in a bad state. What do you mean, remain magma safe? Like, while encased in magma? Well, to give you an idea, those are all hidden boulders. Although there's way less than were down here. Just like real life, Flabort. They could be models of anything. They could be architectural models. They could be models of literally anything, I'm telling you. Not all models are lewd. So you're actually just looking at models of, like, statues of naked elves. It's your own secret time. My god, I haven't seen a lewdy emote in my chat in a while, Flabort. Sure, they're just models of very modern major generals. I'm sure. All right, so let's just go here. and say refuse. Because they refuse to do all the work. Go over here, remove that. And make a new activity zone there. Garbage dump. I mean, modern Major Generals is one of the most classic puns. All right, let's see if this works. So now when we have problems with things, we can literally just dump them into magma. What a way to solve problems. If we have too much of something, chuck it in the lava. Too much crappy clothing, chuck it in the lava. Frame rate hurting corpses, chuck them in the lava. Cats, chuck them in the lava. Unwanted human bits, chuck them in the magma. Don't want your child anymore? Give them up to an adoption agency like an adult. Oh, I know. They taught us that's all about that song and music. All right, let's let the dwarves off of break time. And let's see how deep this magma is. We're getting there. Getting there slowly. Is that one emote from every channel that you follow? No, there's several of a few in there. Or are those just like your favorites? Hey chat, out of curiosity, what's your favorite Twitch emote? Doesn't have to be mine. But I will never forgive you if it's not mine. Man, dwarves are busy. Crypt Beer is your favorite Twitch emote? Fair enough. Okay, so I think I've got about 5 minutes in time. Yeah, or real time. Oh, I see, they're gathering refuse. Handy. Got about 5 minutes of real time, and then I'm gonna shut off the mechanism which is powering the magma flow. It's a tie between Haha Ball and Haha Sweat. Really? You like those two that much? The other skull? It's a pretty good skull. Although Sean from YouTube has some pretty good skulls. There's a dude called Skullstream on Twitch who used to stream pretty similar games to me, but has kind of gone off in a different direction. And him and me used to have emotes that actually combo together really well. Kind of funny. It's a good question. Where is your paywall? Mine's right here. So I don't know. You might be too old-fashioned. I've had some people get like weirdly aggro when people post emotes saying it's like, oh, why would you spam that shit? It's like, well, I mean, they're literally how I make money. And then it's like, why would anybody be dumb enough to pay for that shit? And then I banned them. You like Bob Ross? Bob Ross is so wholesome. Those were good times when Bob Ross went viral on Twitch. Those were really good times. Those are some expensive ass emotes you got there. Maybe Twitch is just having problems with emotes going through. I wonder if they were intentionally being rude, though. It's always hard to tell. Stone. Because sometimes stuff like that is intentional rudeness, and sometimes some of that stuff is just unintentional rudeness. Or just like misguided stupidity, you know? So now I officially have more efficient methods of dealing with trash than a lever puller. Oh, it's a gather point. I always set them as a gather point because I always think, oh yeah, G for garbage, of course. Of course. But stickers are in most of your IM platforms. Well, Twitch emotes are kind of different, right? Because Twitch emotes are kind of like buying a t-shirt for a band you like. Does that make sense? It's like, hey, here, I support this thing enough that I want to advertise it, basically. So to me, Twitch emotes are kind of a different thing. Yes, we're dumping magma safe blocks into the magma, which is fine. All right, so it's basically high enough now. So I'm gonna go up to here and I'm going to deconstruct that horizontal axle. So pretty quickly, someone should run up here and deconstruct that horizontal axle. That's gonna stop all the pumps and this upper area is gonna slowly drain. I have two, Flabor. Whereas that's why I get kind of annoyed when I see people referring to Twitch emotes as emoji or stickers. It's because emoji and stickers are just kind of something that exist and are universal, whereas emotes, Twitch emotes are something that you pay for because you want to support somebody. Yudos Kosh, hello. How's your day going? And there we go. It is now deconstructed. Frame rate hasn't quite improved yet, but the magma's going to drain out now. Only problem is I can't actually go down there because this is like kind of full of magma now. It is what it is. But how's your Monday going, you Duskush? I feel kind of weird today, I'm not gonna lie. Like, kind of queasy in a weird way. Now I wait for this to empty up. And I can begin making my magma forges. Sanitary installations lecture today. That sounds interesting. I say that hesitantly. Alright, so it's just going to be for metal ores. And I'm going to put another stockpile. Right next to it. And this one's going to be for bars and blocks. Metal and... I guess I don't need coal, so just metal. And over here, 3 wheelbarrows. Well, that's good. I feel like a lot of sticklers who've been refusing to upgrade to modern technology are finally being forced to upgrade to modern technology, you know what I mean? Essential but not very interesting. Yeah, that's how I'd read that too. Essential but dull AF. There we go. Everybody's just like lining up. Everything's good. And if I go down to the future magma forge, one giant leap for teacher. I mean, depending on how old teacher is, it might be a giant leap. You don't know. I saw a really good screenshot posted by AKA Mike B, who's a YouTuber that I've watched for a very long time. He does stuff on Twitch as well. And he posted a picture of his son doing his weekly classes, or his weekly class check-in, right? And he's just like, my son has far and away the best camera setup. And it's just like, his son's using his setup, right? And he's like, makes content, right? So he's got like 4K camera, full like mixer and a super fancy microphone. His dad also, he also does photography. So he's got like photography shading and perfect lighting and everything. And he's just like, you can really tell who's got the good gear. So now I can actually make magma forges instead of metalsmith's forges. Make them out of gabbro, that seems fitting. Mid-40s? Yeah, that could be like a point where that stuff's still difficulty. I mean, if I had a kid, they'd have a really nice setup for school check-ins, right? Frontier has a new community manager for Elite Dangerous. Interesting. I saw that they were hiring somebody recently, but interesting. Looks like all of that new ore is coming down. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Means animals should be harvesting plants. What? Animal, I thought we had to talk about this. We just have an army of geese now. This is beautiful. They're gonna take over the world. And we're gonna be eating geese for forever, basically. Really hope it doesn't take too long to get all of the iron ore down there. Alright, all these can go away. If anybody's got it, exclamation point honk. If you want to get some sound effects that you can use on the channel, exclamation point Patreon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I feel like I need some more, I need some more metal workers running around the fort. Something that we need to work on in a little bit. God. This dry mouth is killing me. It's making streaming so difficult. And no, it's not because I've been smoking weed. I actually haven't had weed in a while. Never enough metal workers? I don't know. When you can't get other things done, maybe you have enough metal workers? Like, if you've got nobody left to brew beer, you've probably got a problem. Spring has arrived, which means the winter is over. Not that it's going to change much on the surface. Everything just remains frozen forever. They all carry electric guitars and forge metal from the depths of the center of the world. And then today we will spend most of our time. There we go. We're going to spend most of our time getting our metal smithing industry up and running and begin working on layer 2. And then begin working on layer 2 of the pump stacks, where we can make this into a self-pumping bridge thingy. Because I'm going to make another layer of pump stacks. Because I'm crazy. Ficod, the hen, has been found dead. Probably old age. As well as the stray turkey. Can I get some F's in chat for that poor turkey and hen? They die on this start of the new season, so... It's unfortunate, truly, but... That scared the crap out of me, Hobo. Have you know? Did it get you too? It's horrific, isn't it? Cybrek. Content near a fine seat. Self-pity after being lack of decent meals. Unable to fight. Wanna fight? Join the military, Dwarf. How about you? You doing okay over here, Bim? Reading Willpower Exposed. You want to be near friends? Alright. Dejected being able to help anybody. Oh. You also want to fight. You want to practice martial art? Well, you can join the military, I guess. Amber! I'm gonna wander. And also, you also want to practice wow. Self-pity after being unable to practice romance on Bamboozler. I don't believe I've ever seen that one before. Flight. I also want to fight and practice some. All of my like OG dwarves want to fight things. That's interesting. Sarvesh, you're too good at weaving. Wow, wow, wow. Practicing romance? I mean, you don't want to get out of practice of romance. Are you particularly creative, dwarf? You're a woodcrafter, so not super useful to the fort right now. I like ballista arrows. Ooh, fine pewter diamond, warthog hoof, in the color aqua and gems and greaves. Long story short, I'm looking for more metalsmiths. I don't really need woodcrafters anymore. Meditate on children. Understand why you need to meditate. Don't you love it when like queens are just like, yo, I'm here to eradicate monsters, and you're like, I don't want to start a war because you're here? Green jade, desert lime. Oh, you like picks and anvils. Well. Woodcrafter. Or stonecrafter in this case. I think it's time for you to pick up metalsmithing. Why are children so obnoxiously loud? And why don't the parents outside of my building make them practice safe social distancing? I'm just saying. Yesterday when I went out to go get some groceries, there was like 2 large groups of teenagers just hanging out. Should post it on the Discord if you're in there. TCX. Ooh. That one on the left looks nice. Or at least I like the bottle. I'd buy that beer just because of the bottle. Can I get a round of beers in chat for CCX? Because those look tasty. 2 seconds, guys. I just gotta adjust something. Took my belt off. I don't need to be wearing a fucking belt while I'm sitting down and streaming. It's like digging into my thigh. The way I was sitting, and I was like, this hurts. Why am I putting myself through this? Belt buckle was annoying me. Here come the anvils. I'm sorry, destroy building? Oh yeah, they're destroying these, right? Still not sure why Animal insists on harvesting plants. Doesn't have those jobs assigned, but... Actually, hold on. Dwarves all only farmers harvest. There we go. I had the wrong rules set. I mean, no streamers have legs, which is why we don't wear pants. But I was wearing a belt to hold my shirt onto my body. Obviously. Okay. So you should stop harvesting now. Well, I'm super biased towards Discord. As they send me t-shirts and buy me food at conventions. Straight turkey hen has been missing for a week. I wonder why. I thought that we already knew that it was dead. I don't know, in my experience, when it comes to evil startups, Discord is one of the better ones. They're one of the not-so-shit ones. And yes, there's a lot of shit ones. Just trust me, there's a lot of garbage Discords. It's really bright. Sun's shining through the window. I'm gonna close the blinds. Much easier. Now I can actually see what's on my monitor. Beautiful time. So that's what? 1 magma forge out of 4 done. And all the jobs are queued up, which is good. So in theory, we can start already forging stuff in the magma forges. Bonus of magma forges is you don't need to power them with coal. So we're going to be going through less trees and less wood, which means we don't have to go up to the surface as much to get wood. So going down to the caverns is a little tricky. We can also start making iron clothing in theory. Also, let's see how that their magma fall is doing. It's going to take a while for it to empty out, I think. How did I fly past that? There we go, this layer. This layer, how empty is this? It's getting there. I mean, it's still pretty full towards the back, but it's 5 of 7, so... The end is kind of drying up, though. Cool. We should be good. This won't overflow. I mean, actually, in the world of startups, there are no good startups. All of them are running around with, you know, bait and switch attitudes and trying to make as much money as possible, but I'm still rather fond of Discord. With IT startups. I mean, I think you work in programming, right? So yeah, of course you would be. So we're working on breastplates, shields, chain mail, and other things. Like I said, it's going to take a little while for this stuff to actually get done. Animal's got the side gig now of also being our broker. Discord has been a much better method for my family to stay in contact than Facebook. And I am actually very grateful for them for that. To them for that. They, especially as of late, have provided a excellent space for myself, my aunt, my uncle, my mom, my dad, and my 2 sisters to communicate. And it's immediate, it's easy, everybody can see it. There's no noise and political bullshit and stress and anxiety of Facebook, and it's just a lot cleaner, and I like it a lot more than, you know, other methods of communicating as a group. These will be our smelters for smelting more steel. And I can also make magma glass spots, so I could actually make a stockpile for sand, if I can figure out how to do that again. Custom? Might be in something random. I know I've done it before. Anybody remember how to make, or know off the top of your head, how to make a stockpile for sand? That might be why. Some people, I don't know if I'll get into Discord, because like I said, I'm completely biased. It's probably best I don't. Thought about it for a moment, then I was like, probably not a good idea. All right, workshop. All right, so we got the magma forge. Oh, actually, are they in furnaces? There we go. Magma smelter and then magma glass furnaces. Furniture sandbags, gotcha. I thought it was in furniture. Also, hello, Tulkas. It's been a while since I've actually had... It's been a while since I've actually had sand on a map. I do have sand, it's just they're literally at the other end of the map, so... There we go, it's enter. Probably gonna need to make some more bags, but... Also, I don't need that big of a stockpile for sandbags. We're just like up to there. Just that little corner. Frame rate's gotten better. Forging iron breastplates because we're still waiting for that iron to be brought down. But it'll happen. You know what I'm waiting for, chat? I'm waiting for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries to be released on Steam. I think that game kind of was murdered by the fact that it was released in the Epic Store. Just, nobody knew about it. I'm a big MechWarrior person. That and I think a year of updates and mods will really help that game a lot. Because it is essentially a very similar setup to Mount and Blade. Except, you know, giant robots. That was a cool game for the minute that I got to play it for. Getting those smelters built. And then let's do 2 glass furnaces up here. Actually, those might be too high up. Yeah, that one's too high up. Cancel that one. That one's just at the corner, so I can put another one right there. Yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather today, actually, chat room. I'll try and stick it out. We'll see if it goes away. I hope it does. I feel like this stomach's not super thrilled with me right now for some reason. So if I seem a little out of it, that's why. Feeling a little out of it. Give it an hour, like I said. Alright, 2 glass furnaces. Look at this industry. Sweet tea. I was thinking about just getting an apple. Find that apples help with that. I also have like this ginger tea. The problem is it also has lavender in it, so it might make me sleepy. Some tabletop BattleTech here and there in the free version. You can just print it. Oh yeah. Or you can play the online BattleTech. The open source one. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. MechTech, I think? Crocodile. The farmer has been taken by a Fey mood. One of the original dwarves. It might be because I had some very, very, very rich breakfast burritos yesterday and I haven't been eating a lot of rich food. You know, I had breakfast burritos with meat and black beans and rice, and I ate 2 of them. Might be that. I bought a big-ass German sausage last night, too, and had slices of that on the burritos. Might got something to do with that. That's kind of what I'm blaming it on currently. Like I said, hopefully it'll just pass. I really need to get me some better herbal teas for times like these. Alright, so it's Leatherworks. Whoa, okay, that was quick. Give me a simple one. Hello, Stick Farmer, how you doing? How does one farm sticks? So you're creating an artifact with literally 1 piece of goose leather. Alright. Sure. That can't be a particularly exciting artifact. Interesting? You mean excessively boring? Okay, so you're forging breastplates, you're forging shields. Turfinators, you're another wood crafter that I don't need. So instead, I'm gonna put you on glassmaking. What's the difference? Lots of egg. Basically, you take the things that you would normally have with like a standard breakfast. It's not a particularly healthy thing, and I don't eat them very often. I just kind of felt like it because I had all this stuff and I hadn't had eggs in forever. So I was like, fuck it, I'm having breakfast burritos. You were supposed to cook chicken last night, but then you didn't. You went against us, Squug. That moment when you realize that your sub count is super wrong. Why is my sub count showing at 278? Refreshed Streamlabs and now it's fixed. What the fuck? Fuck Streamlabs. Or 228, not 278. Jesus. Your principal had leather doors. Did he make them out of the flesh of the students that he ate? I mean, what? Hey, Johnny. Yeah, just comfort food. How's my magma pool? Well, I've turned it off. It's no longer filling.
The great enemy of writing isn't your own land.
It's ads in my YouTube videos is the great enemy of writing. Yeah, so it's turned off now. What was that? Okay, I thought that there was refuse in that little stockpile. Yeah, it's turned off, so it's no longer filling. It's draining very slowly. But it'll eventually get there. So if we sit here, see? Still draining. Into here. It's doing its best. A Simpsons episode where the teachers eat the students? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't watch much Simpsons, though. Get rid of this turkey body. What do you guys think of my very effective garbage disposal method? Just chuck it all in the magma. And then this stuff just falls all the way down here. And into there. It goes away. Crocodile. The farmer has created Mithsma Zulud, a goose leather. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Crocodile has created Mithsma Zulud, a goose leather thong, and claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Melville Lashhill. It's worth 1,800 Dwarf bucks. This is a goose leather thong. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. Subject menaces with spikes of goose leather. Good job. There's a dead goose. There's a dead turkey in here somewhere. Not naughty. Dwarf just likes air between their cheeks. Who says it's naughty? Only naughty if you make it naughty. Wouldn't mind being honored by a thong. Must have been a very interesting relative. Too much to think about, Tapioca. How you doing? I mean, there are many things that aren't human that we know about, Stone. Narvicious, hello. How you doing? Then down here, still working. So up on the surface, and I think around here, is this. Sand. We've got a gather point. Gather point? Gather point for sand. I feel like if I were to laugh right now, I would be in trouble because it would hurt a lot. Now, where is gathering? In other jobs or hauling? Or is that just something that they automatically do? I can never remember. I always have a hell of a time making them collect sand. Actually, you know what we might need? Like 40 leather bags. It's a lot of bags, but we've got a lot of leather, so. It's always an improvement. Magma's definitely an improvement feature, yeah. So, something I kind of want to do, and I probably should have done this before we filled this up with magma, is I want to cut out most of this bridge and replace it with the drawbridge. Or at least like a good chunk of the middle there. That's something I kind of want to do. Another thing I want to do is we have a way to let trading caravans all the way down here, right? Well, what if we then also let them come all the way over here and down to here? And have a meeting room like right here. So like, what if we were to do like, let's just say, skip this song because I don't like it. Let's just say, what if we made a little room here for a new trading depot? Put door there. Put door there. Then a ramp up. And just make sure that we don't hit the magma flow. What's below us, so it's fine. And it goes all the way up to here. And then we can block off whatever the entranceway is with any kind of roadblock. So, how good quality is this furniture? Anything masterwork in here? I might just tell them to dump it all. Although a lot of this is magma safe. So I'm not sure how good of an idea that is. I'm gonna go see if I have any Tums in my cupboard. I might. Be back in a second, guys. Don't misbehave while I'm gone, hey? I'm half talking to dwarves, half talking to chat. All right, so update on my gut feeling like shit. I was able to find a single tea bag of lemon ginger tea, so I'm going to quickly make a single cup of tea. Give me another minute. Also, investments are open in chat. Apologies for the long break, guys, but my stomach does not feel good, so hopefully the tea helps. I return with generic brand, not particularly good, cheap lemon ginger tea, which is probably filled with chemicals and other things that'll kill me. But cheers, everybody. It's got honey in it, so. I was unaware that I still had it. Those tea bags have probably been in my cupboard for years. But, you know, it's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing. We actually used to go out and pick dandelions, and my mom used to, like, cook them into things. Never did quite like the way dandelions tasted. They always tasted weird to me. I mean, I'm assuming they have chemicals. They may not have chemicals. The only crappy part about being a dwarf down in this layer is they're never gonna get the same kind of wonderful waterfalls as the rest of the fortress. Chemicals indeed, yes. I wonder how long it's gonna take for this to be done draining. So I can make modifications to it to turn it into a, well, actually, probably not a bad idea to turn this into the waterfall. Especially considering I currently don't have a way to manually drain this. They had no chemicals. Okay, when I say chemicals, I mean like preservatives, you know? Preservatives and whatnot. Also, we must have gotten a big ol' auto host. Did Cat end his stream or something? Maybe it was Cringer, I don't know. Regardless, whoever hosted the stream, thank you. Did you guys see that little game that I posted on Discord from Twitter? Because I kind of want to take a look at that at some point. Little roguelite game that was made in 30 days because somebody got laid off. Apparently it's pretty good. And it's on itch.io and Steam. For $5. Does it have a Twitch directory, I wonder? Called Gut Whale. No, it doesn't. What directory were they playing it in? Do you know? Audio? In games and demos, gotcha. Which one? There's a lot of cool games from the 7-day RL stuff. Okay, have we started? No, we haven't started the leather bags yet. That might also just be the problem. Also, Crocodile, since you're now a legendary tanner, may as well give you leatherworking. So you can work with the leather that you're tanning. You know, I got to play a lot of really cool stuff. Thine Cometh. I missed a lot of those 7-day RL games. I kind of want to do another stream of it, but chat was kind of lurky. So I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's something I'd do again. Wouldn't that be a 1-day RL? I mean, that wasn't the gold, but that person only had 1 day, I guess. Perhaps they got started late. How am I doing on iron blocks? I'm not still making charcoal, am I? No, I'm not good. How am I doing on iron blocks? We got 163 iron bars. A lot of iron bars. I have 38 steel. Should just make... There's this, Bitsy. I mean, can you describe it? Because I'm not going to run it. Let's also see if there's anything that we can just chuck out. It's a lot of body parts. Not sure why those coffers are forbidden. I don't think I'm going to use any of the conglomerate cabinets. We can chuck those. gonna keep all those chains and ropes. Keep all the cloth. Definitely keep all the books. A bunch of random crowns. Unforbid all the crutches. That is a lot of blue pea hen eggs. And a lot of turkey hen eggs. It's a little roguelike maker? Okay. Those should all just be melted down. Black bronze flask definitely should be melted down. Oh boy. Well, here we go. Let's just dump everything that's double X. Some dwarves might get annoyed by this. But trust me, it's worth it. Lots of cruddy shoes. One thing that I really wish we could do in Dwarf Fortress, I really wish that we could repair old clothing. Maybe like it uses just thread or something specifically. It would be a reason to keep thread around. So that's the quality, Hobo. So if that means it's very worn and basically so tattered and full of holes it's about to fall apart. The bigger the X, the worse the quality. The more they're falling apart. Most of those are okay. So at that point, the dwarves generally, if there's a better option, will take it apart and then, or take it off and then just throw it into their drawers and forget about it. But we need to dispose of them or sell them. They prefer if you sell them, but as you can see, we have a few extra socks lying around. Because, you know, who likes to wear socks and shoes that have holes in them? I have a pair of shoes that have holes in the bottom of them, and just haven't had the chance to take them to a cobbler to get them resold. I would imagine that's how most things like that would go, CCX. You're essentially doing the design work as you're making it. All right. Can just get rid of that Olm blood because I don't need frozen Olm blood, giant badger blood, or peregrine falcon blood. I'll take a look at that later. Bamboozler. You could also just post that in the roguelikes room. It's relevant. But off topic works too. So the plan for today, chat, assuming my gut starts to not hate me so much, is... I don't know. How long? What time is it? It's 1 p.m. Do this until about 4 p.m. my time. And then we'll do more End Zone for the second part of the sponsored stream time. I mean, linking me stuff right now isn't exactly useful, but thanks for the link. That kind of reminds me of another game, which I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. The whole gimmick of the game was you were entered into a level, and the game designers were gods in the sky that took the form of giant eyeballs, and you, the player, had several god mode abilities, and you'd like walk into an area and get instantly one-shot by something, and then the game would pause and you'd see these big eyeballs in the sky, and they were, in quotes, the developers who would be like, no, we have to nerf this guy. Like, there's no way that we can make this game playable in 6 months and make our deadlines if this unit is still this strong. It was very interesting, actually. It was a really, really interesting game. I can't remember the name of it. Came out a number of years ago now. Hello, Murderbits. How was your stream today? I have an upset stomach, so I'm sipping some tea. We have a actual magma entrance now. All the way down here. It's beautiful. The game of Yur from RimWorld is an actual game? Yeah, I know. So is chess, the other game in RimWorld. You put the worst colony in it. Don't you love that? When you find an absolute god spawn and then it's like, oh, I don't have any good colonists. We're chucking crappy old clothing into magma right now. It's very dwarfy. Wanted to play it, could never remember the name. Yeah. Hold on, let's see if Google foo it. Game where you play in an unfinished world and devs talk to you. That's my Google. Let's see if I can find it. I get Rust. Beginner's Guide is the second one. I mean, unfinished world, I guess. Steam, you didn't do a good job. No, it's not the Beginner's Guide. It's like it came out before the Beginner's Guide, actually. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if that Steam feature works. Beginner's Guide. The one where it's like, dive into more games like this. See what it gives me. It had a weird name. I remember the art. I'm seeing some interesting games here, though. Some that I've played and heard of, and some that I haven't. Not really having much luck, though. But you know what I'm talking about, which makes me happy. I'm not going crazy. I don't know. Like The Circle? I know a game called The Circle, I think. You want to see my favorite layer right now, Landers? Check this out. This is our entry hall, right? This is our tombs. I really like the way the tombs look. You know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like the King of the Universe, or whatever his name is, from Katamari Damacy. But if I go down to here, this is my library. I really like the library. Below the library is my forges. I really like the way the forges look, but beneath the forges, The reservoir. I'm very happy with how the magma reservoir turned out. Very, very happy with it. No, it's cobaltite. I want it to be fully cobaltite, but I kind of ran out of cobaltite, so it's as cobaltite as it can be right now. Or more accurately, ran out of cobaltite blocks. I just need to mine more rocks and make more. Let's just smelt all that malachite ore and melt metal object. It'll be like a giant obsidian blade. I mean, I could cool it down. I have water. I'm so sorry about losing your masterwork, Tapioca, but it was a shitty old sock. They don't like it when you destroy masterworks that they've made, even if it's qualified as garbage, and it actively gives people unhappy moods from wearing them. Although Smithy Mel made a masterpiece iron high boot. You know what's another thing I could do? See if I can make 30 steel bars. Let's just try and make some steel bars. Because I threw it into magma? Unless it was made out of gabbro, it's not indestructible. You can't... Okay, so here's the thing with artifacts and masterwork stuff. They're indestructible if you're punching them. But if you throw them into magma, it'll still destroy them. All right. It's time to eat a bunch of cats. I've got too many fucking cats. It's also time to eat some geese. As I have plenty of goose eggs. Gander. Goose. What's for dinner? CCX? The colonist got pistol whipped in the genitals. Yeah, that would happen. I'm sure somebody would also bite off somebody's genitals in a fist fight, right? Do-do-do. How so, Zenfrox? Dwarves? Rainbow Ducky? And probably pawns in RimWorld. Don't you fight naked with your friends all the time? Man, this is getting done so much faster. Can I just say, I adore how fast magma forges are. When you've been using normal forges for so long, it's like, boom, done. Just immediately. How you doing today, Sir Gaz? Beans will have to do? Well, I hope that they're good beans. So you never know. I'm sure Cat would make fine soup. I feel like cats wouldn't necessarily have enough meat on their bones to be great as, like, something to eat by themselves. So you'd have to kind of, like, you know... Slayton, you want something quick? I really like making roasted squash, you know, just like cut them in circles or just flip them upside down on a baking sheet and then just stick them in the oven. I have like 3 different squash recipes now up in my cooking videos on my Patreon. I should buy some squashes next time I go into the store because they're like 2 dinners a piece for me if you get a decent sized one. I also have this quinoa acorn squash recipe that I really want to try where you cut them in circles and, you know, cut out all the guts and stuff, bake them, and then make quinoa and use the squash as like a bowl, and you make a sweet sauce with the quinoa. I really want to try that. It's super, you know, vegan hipster bullshit, but something I really want to try. And I often have quinoa in my oatmeal. I don't have any right now, but so I usually have quinoa around. Yeah, baked rings are your favorite too, either buttersquash or Japanese squash. Yeah, for me it's usually either butternut squash or acorn squash, although I actually really like spaghetti squash. They're just, I don't know, they're the super stringy ones. I quite like them. I don't know, I think they're tasty. They're still bringing those down. Haven't made any steel bars yet. They should be doing that. Still smelting malachite ore. My glass maker done any glass stuff? Well, actually, before that... Oh, there you go. I got 2 people making steel bars. Good shit. Kind of annoyed that nobody's moved these piles. Oh, I guess those are charcoal. You know what? I can actually... Stocks, bars, charcoal. Dump it. Just get rid of it. We don't need it. Let's make 30 lye, because I do have a bunch of ash sitting around. Actually, how much ash was that? Was that 29 or 39? Bars. 26. Okay, so let's lye 20. Make 20 lye and then we'll make 20 more soap. How you doing, Hayes? How's things? I'm not feeling great today, so I'm a little bit on the low energy side, but I hope that you're doing well, Hayes. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. We've got the magma forges up and running. We are making steel bars in the forges. And also another thing I should be doing, steel sword. And iron tip. Not bolts. What's the name of those? Arrowhead. There you go. Actually, no, fuck it. Well, actually, no, let's make more than that. Steel head 20. So the idea is, if, hypothetically, I positioned a ballista right here. and it fired through a hole in the wall here. And I had fortifications here. I think that's far enough that it would fly through, kill whatever's there, and land there. Hopefully I do get a mood boost, yeah. Because what I'm thinking about doing is having a thing that blocks this area off over here. And a thing that blocks this off over here. So if this area fills up with baddies, I can open this and let the Forgotten Beast breathe fire at them and have, I don't know, like 1 and maybe 2 and then 3, 4, or 5-ish ballistas right there, which could shoot across. So that's my hypothetical thought right there. What do you think of my hypothetical plan, Jen? Also, rip the plump helmet, man. This world must have a pretty high population of plump helmet people. Also, something I need to do. Dig across here. Around here. But yeah, that's kind of my loose plan for right now. And then over to here. Which I'll do cooler things with later. Hypothetically awesome, if it works. And then go all the way up to here and seal off this. There's blood there, I think. Oh, it's giant old blood. Probably from the barrels that we chucked into the magma. We're still throwing socks out, my lord. Might have tested it but forgotten what happened. Like when they're open? If I know you can do that with bridges, so if you like lower the bridge, they can shoot through the bridge. Also getting rid of all of this chart. Oh, closed. I don't think so. Mostly certain they can't. Dwarves are all way too busy over here just like fucking throwing stuff into magma. This little door right here. It's garbage dump. You're not wrong, Shadow Wraith. How have you been, Shadow Wraith? Oh dear. Do you guys want to see something stupid on Reddit? I've got to share this with you guys. This is fucking. I feel bad for this dude, but this is fucking brilliant. Hold on. One moment. Just let me pause the dwarfs. This is taken from /r funny. They're just like, come on, Phil. Just, you know, the internet. How you doing, Eric Turpez? Why did we hire this guy again? Well, the title of the video is just the USA dealing with COVID. I don't know what's better about that. The fact that they're just staring at him like he's an idiot, or the fact that they're not helping him. I don't know what I like more about that situation, I'll be honest with you. But anyway, I hope that you're doing well, Harry Turpus. We're currently in the process of doing some Dwarven spring cleaning, i.e. throwing unuseful items and things we don't need into magma because we now have magma forges. So goodbye charcoal, also throwing away a lot of old socks and various bits of clothing. Just gonna go into stock menu again and let's find more things that we don't need. We've got a lot of prepared meals. Well, there's a lot of random foods. Okay, well, I'm never going to use those highwood pipe sections or bayberry pipe sections. Forgotten Beast Extract. Where? What? Okay, well, I mean, that's just all over the floor. I was like, I have Forgotten Beast Extract in barrels? The magic circle! Yes, that's it! Yeah, that was it. Yes, that was it. It had a weird-ass look to it. That was the game we were talking about like an hour ago. You were looking forever and then you found it. What was the giveaway that you'd found it? All right, let's get rid of some crappy silk coats that dwarves won't wear anymore. Maybe it'll entice them into wearing better clothing. It'll also get rid of a lot of stuff from the floor. I know I could just trade these, but this is much easier. But yeah, no, the Magic Circle was a game that I wanted to play way back when, but never got around to it. Got a lot of dwarves wearing shitty clothing. the comments, and then Murder Bits mentioned Circle, so I was like, maybe I saw the pics of the floating eyes. Yeah, the floating eyes are supposed to be the game developers, and you're supposed to be like a sentient creature in their game. So the game's like artificially buggy, and you're like, they're like bug fixing the game as you're going through it, so slowly the game becomes more and more finished. It looks like a really interesting little experimental thing. All right, there we go. Lots of clothing can just get dumped now. Perfect. Then after that is all done. Sweet, we've made 2 leather bags. I wonder if anybody's gonna go gather sand. I hope so. Because once we get sand, then we can start making blocks. Look at all that smoke burning. Beardless Dane is throwing a tantrum in prison. Hopefully you don't kill that kitten that's next to you. What's all the red? It's magma. At there be lava. I finally finished the entry cavern. And this is where we filled it from, which is starting to finally thaw out. Or thaw out? Cool off, I guess. It's finally starting to cool off. We can make adjustments to that and allow us to fill it quicker. Will the river carry it along? Depends on how deep the river is. And how strong the current is. Certain rivers, yes. Other rivers, no. Certain types of rivers, yes. Certain other types of rivers, no. The plan from the beginning was to fill it up with magma. Now it's full of magma. So now I'm planning to put siege engines on this side to be able to shoot ballista arrows across. We have the Forgotten Beast turret right here. And I want a last resort weapon of a reserve of magma up here so we could just fucking dump magma on them if we need to as a last ditch effort. I think the one thing that's more dwarfy than industrial magma uses is dropping iron pillars on things. But I would say that industrial magma is a close second. I mean, there's no reason for there to not be both. We're also forging steel swords. Making more of those leather bags. I mean, if this dwarf jumps... Actually, why are you upset? Shocked reliving being attacked. Interesting. It's Squug. Not a great place to be shocked reliving getting attacked. Hey, Cyrolac. Well, dropping massive plugs of iron might be more dwarfy. I don't know, chat. What do you think is the most dwarfy thing? Because for me, just like dancing in a tavern, singing, and drinking ale is probably the most dwarfy thing. Aside from that, anything involving stone and industry. That's not even Dwarf Fortress canon, though. Some people's headcanon. Numbers. Female dwarves, by default, do not have beards. You can change your raws to make them have beards, though. I've never actually done that. Never Adam smashed a whole caravan. Seems like such a waste. Because they do bring fruit that can be brewed. I steal all their stuff and make them think about their mistakes. Axes and armor? Come on, man. Silver warhammers. Dwarven daycare, aka dump all the children in one hole. Throw food out and beer down occasionally. Cavernous spaces, giggity. Cratchit's dwarves have beards? Really? I know it's very easy to edit the raws in Dwarfort to make them have beards. Beards. Beers? Can't say beard. Generally, that would also end with the death of the dwarf, Chatterwraith, but you know. Doris is dying of alcohol poisoning. I've had that happen. Accidentally killed a whole bunch of humans once by giving them alcohol poisoning. Masterpiece steel short sword, Naisu. Let's also pick steel 10. Let's see how we're doing for bars currently. 149 bars, 31 steel bars. Good shit. Huge stuff. Yep. Yep. And then, like, the patrons pass out that are staying in your tavern, and the tavern keeper just pours alcohol on them. You dead yet? What you call dwarven assassination by kindness. Moist hand keeps cooking them masterpieces from cats. Flabort the engraver has slipped into a depression. From tavern into lava pit? I mean, it could also just be a "This is Sparta!" shoot. If needed. They're coming over here and collecting all of these bits of charcoal that we just had lying around. I'm actually gonna cancel the picks because I don't have enough steel. Okay, so you're making steel bars, supposedly. But according to the manager, the job hasn't started yet. Are you just like constantly canceling this job? Interesting. Take you off of hauling. What that does. There you go. I don't know why you kept canceling that. That's odd. Still didn't complete the job. Why are you canceling that? Supposedly out of yarn. Well, I can get rid of that. So strange. Grabs part 1, part 2, and then cancels. Oh. Right. Those need coal. Oops. Whoops. Forgot they still need coal. Needs melt designated item. Well, what do I not need? Copper battle axe can be melted. Bronze. Let's find stuff that's like, you know, silver short sword can be melted. Bronze short sword can be melted. That can be melted. Yeah, that can be melted. Yes. Melt. Melt, 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 melt. Keep the picks. Probably melt a whole bunch of these corkscrews, actually. I've got a whole, all the blue ones are being used, but I made a bunch of extras. Welcome back, CCX. I've heard mention of soundtrack for Steam DF. I think it would be a massive missed opportunity if they don't give it a soundtrack. But that's just an opinion. Okay, well, I don't need these. Don't melt any named ones. Apparently I have dimpled eye. I mean, I hope there isn't like sound sense stuff because I find that stuff super repetitive and annoying. Personally, I find that stuff super annoying. Not a big fan of it. Like no one ever was? Said that at the around the exact same time. Needs empty bucket. Alright, well. Make 10 buckets. Need someone to venture all the way to the surface to collect some sand for us. To a fortress, but with RimWorld sliding door effects. That's kind of the reason I'm not a huge fan, actually. Do I not have Malach? Oh no, I have Limonite. Why did I select Malachite ore? There we go, that's the correct one. Now that's not true. How about you not having many brain cells? gut's still not super thrilled with me, but at least we're able to get some stuff done. Was I able to get any of that lie done? None of it, no. Although I probably could queue up soap. Soap from Talo, 10. Make some more cat soap. Work on those lavish meals. Those leather bags are getting crushed. Good stuff. Working on the steel ballistic arrowheads and the steel short swords. S? No. S? No. Alt S? No. It's the, there we go, Siege Workshop. They're in the workshop menu. Make you out of granite. I mean, maybe. It's always a potential possibility that the bot will run off with all of the stuff. Also, word of advice. Never set a book on fire. It will burn for all infinity. And I'm suddenly very worried that the charcoal is doing that. Which means I might need to drop a pillar on it. Crud. Which can very easily screw up your whole frame rate forever. So if those don't burn away, I'm going to need to drop a boulder on them. Which I can do from up here, so it's actually not that bad. Because this will fall all the way down into there and crush that. Never burn books in Dwarf Fortress or real life, because it's horrible in real life. In Dwarf Fortress, it'll just kill your frame rate. Thanks, Dad, for explaining why. Yeah, books are artifacts. That's a copy. It would burn. I still wouldn't risk it. Chat, should I block and ban this user on YouTube? Crazy how Dwarf Fortress is really embracing its RimWorld clone origins. Should I block and ban this person from commenting on my videos? Or just, like, leave it? Obviously a joke. You're obviously a joke. You see, there's this reality, right? Not all jokes are funny. Inform them? They're obviously not informed. If they're saying shit like that, they are well aware what they're doing. What's up, Metroid? Those things. I thought I canceled the Malachite ore joke. Or not joke, job. They should be smelting Lemonite ore. What just happened? Nothing just happened. What do you mean? You talking about the magma? That's intentional. It's supposed to be there. We're throwing garbage out the door. Problem is I do have some what seems to be infinitely burning charcoal at the bottom. Was unaware that that would just burn and cause smoke. Might need to drop stuff on it and break it. Or you know what I could do that would be even better? I could pin that comment and let people laugh at them. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pin that comment and let people laugh at them if they want. It's not on that one. It's on the Dwarf Fortress graphics video. Yeah, it's YouTube. Of course it's YouTube. Anyway, comment's pinned on the video if you guys want to troll it. Have fun. You're not wrong. You can definitely get to it quicker through that link. Oh hey, my frame rate got better. It's because this magma stopped moving. That's why. Dwarves are going to be dumping items for a while, though. Obviously, it's YouTube comment shenanigans. Smithy Mal's making a sword. Alright. I'm done my tea. I'm going to go put this mug on the counter. And rinse it out real quick while the game saves. 2 seconds, guys. Oh, I'm exceptionally disappointed with the internet and the lack of views on Nicolas Cage as well. I watched it initially and it got a ton of views right off the bat. And then they just vanished. I was like, well... oh well. Alright, I finally got somebody making lye. Making soap from tallow. Good, good, good. Okay, I can turn these off now. Also, hello again. They need leather for bags. They'll get leather because of how many cats I've been slaughtering. We're also forging steel ballista arrowheads. We're rendering fat, making wooden buckets. Probably, yeah. For literally everything except for that one video. And you know what? Honestly, I'm happy I have that one video now. It's nice to have one, you know? Because that one video is making my channel get more views an hour than it was doing a day before I uploaded that one video. Apparently making steel bars takes forever. Who knew? I just forget how long it takes to make steel bars. Got 10 steel bars. We are powering through the ones I do have, though. Got more cat soap coming. Below the waves, right? Like, right now, this is my 48-hour views, right, for YouTube. Dwarf Fortress Steam graphics video. 7,374 views in the last 48 hours. Really good. Right below that, Dwarf Fortress, I'm sorry video. It got 36 views in the last 60 minutes, which isn't terrible. 381 views. And then below that is a Today in Dwarf Fortress video, which had 224 views in the last 48 hours. The other little update video I did talking about 3 features I'd like, 147 views in the last 48 hours. Another Today in DF video with 75 views. The thing is, I just really wish that the video that had 7,000 views in the last 48 hours was, you know, a Today in DF video. Like, that would be really nice. That being said, though, the Dwarf Fortress graphics video, I think, is dying. I think it's done. The algorithm is starting to boot it out. It went from getting like 200, 300 views an hour down to less than 100 most hours, and it just did 60 in the last hour, so I think that video might be done. Although I've thought that a couple times now. You have a good night, Shadow Wraith. Guys, say good night to Shadow Wraith. Thanks for hanging out today, man. As always. I mean, it made me go from like 1,300 subscribers all the way up to 1,500, so again, not complaining. Would just be nice if it would go on for another couple months. Is the true dwarven material? Do you? And we also get leather from the geese. So once all of my billion D1 goslings grow up, that are right here. Apparently I got a lot of rotten food again. The food that we have actually rots faster than I can get it into barrels. I got more than enough barrels. It's the good dwarven perfume, you know? Just haven't gotten around to it yet. Oh no, I mean, I'm not like harping on you guys to watch my dumb videos. Like, honestly, the people that watch my stream, I'd prefer you're watching my stream than my YouTube videos. Just to be clear. Like, if you're here watching live, that is infinitely more helpful than watching my YouTube videos. YouTube's kind of got its own weird audience anyway. It's just super nice when people come over. Because then this can improve. Quality of the shows can get better. God, it's truly Dwarven Garbage Day. Yep, and they're not putting it in the stockpile. You tell me why. Actually, you know what I might be able to do? I might have a remedy for this, actually. Let's try that. You're in the future. Are you watching me through a wormhole on Mars? Although apparently the video got a lot of upvotes on One True God. Which I think is funny. Got like none on /r Gaming. Picked up X4. I hate X4's or the X Games flying model. Personally, I think it's garbage. Yeah, I found the problem. That's all for raw food on the left. I never made a stockpile for finished food. That's the problem. Also, I'm an idiot. There we go. Get those seeds out of there. Beardless, are you still... Yeah, you're still chained, so that's fine. Yeah, no, totally. I mean, at that point, I'd rather play a more like a more arcadey space game, you know? Like, I'd rather play Starpoint Gemini or something. Everspace is very old, but yes, I like Everspace. Played Everspace years ago. Everspace 2 specifically. Never played the first one. No interest in going back, though. This comment on Reddit. Unfortunately, this is going to be underappreciated by so many folks who never had to play this game. For so many fortunate souls who never had to play this game for hundreds of hours before one dwarf goes insane and goes on a bloody rampage, which starts a downward spiral into the apocalypse. I'm not angry. You're angry. That's a funny comment. I like that one. A human diplomat has arrived. Interesting. Welcome back. This is a very interesting diplomat. They always carry that instrument with them. But I have like almost no interest in space games anymore. I really liked Elite Dangerous for a while there, but it was bogged down for me because it was an always online multiplayer game. And that's the same reason I have no interest in Star Citizen, is because it's an always online multiplayer game. I don't care for always online multiplayer games. Even if there's a single player mode, I don't care. And they have the best flying models. You must be instrumental to that diplomat. Ha 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 ha. But it's just interesting. This human who's the diplomat comes in, hangs out in my tavern, and plays music. My dwarves dance. It's a very interesting diplomat. Their whole society must be musical. Can't believe that hasn't cleared yet. Well, we're getting all of those leather bags done. Soap's getting done. Swords are almost done. Yeah, no. Games that are like, oh, it's an open world MMO. It's like, okay, I'm already out. I got into Elite for a while because it was such a good simulation, but... I mean, Elite Dangerous lets you play in solo, but still, it requires so much... It requires other players, basically, to play. I have to rebuild this whole thing, but I'm gonna drop a pillar on that. Then we'll have to move our garbage dump. I actually really like the landing mechanisms in that game, but I can understand why they would get annoying if you're not there for the simulation. Just make sure that this isn't fully set to go. No, it's not. Cool. Landing was fun. I actually really like landing. Landing was one of my favorite mechanics in Elite. Not gonna lie. Rosmo, greetings, noble dwarf. There is much to discuss. Such a fine place you've carved out for yourselves. There is much to share. Information has been added to Civilization World Info. What, Elite? Nothing like Kerbal. Absolutely nothing like Kerbal. The problem with Elite is once you have enough money and a good enough ship, you can just, like, nosedive directly into the landing platform. It's kind of hilarious. It's been an honor, Noble Johnny. I'd like to speak with you next year. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna dig underneath the magma, right? And then we're gonna drop a pillar onto this, and in theory, it should cut right through this spot and into here, crushing all of that charcoal that I didn't realize wouldn't burn up. And a caravan has arrived. The time you had a bad laptop to play on? Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play it on a bad laptop. You either need like an Xbox controller or a good keyboard and mouse, or a HOTAS setup. HOTAS setup is the most clunky, but keyboard and mouse is the most precise. All right, yeah, I also dug this tunnel. Hope I didn't lock any dwarves underground. May have been a problem. Oh yeah, gamepad is totally fine. I played like 300 hours of Elite Dangerous on a Xbox controller. Yeah, that's fair, Zathos. Like I said, the reason I don't play Elite anymore is because it's multiplayer. You have to memorize a lot of button combinations with any control scheme in Elite, though. Saying, oh, you have to memorize a lot of button combinations is like, yeah, well, yes, we are talking about a space game here, so. Play Oni and Rimworld and those don't count. Oni and Rimworld are not space games. The colony simulators that happen to take place on different planets. What are you on about? I'm gonna drive my cook insane by getting all this stuff thrown out. Digging out a pillar. Just imagine the dwarves are putting up construction tape in this area. I know, I saw that. I just saw that post. I don't know what that means either. To be fair, I don't know what you're on about half the time. No offense, but half the time I've got no idea what you're on about. I'm about to collapse a pillar into Atom Smash some stuff. And hopefully it goes well. I've got this problem with stuff that's burning infinitely. So I'm gonna drop this pillar right here. Down here and onto that, which will crash through into here and solve the problem. Well, at least one subreddit appreciates the dumb Nicolas Cage meme. How's your day been, Soaps? What have you been up to? Still just messing with PC stuff, I assume? Alright, that's 2. So this might kill a dwarf. Might. Keyword there is might. Forgotten Beast Pabuz has come. A gigantic blob composed of snow. It has an enormous shell and a bloated body. And it won't do anything of value and will probably die to a troll. Keep calm and carry on, you stupid weakling. Forgotten beasts composed of snow have a tendency of exploding spontaneously for no reason when they slip on something. It's always a wonder that they survived this long. Not that great. What keyboard did you get? I have already forgot about it, Stone. I mean, it's not dead yet. Probably melt, actually. Really just waiting on my miners right now. Okay, Crow's gonna come down to dig the channel. Go back to detailing walls. Dwarf number 2 comes down to dig the channel. Oh, no, that should drop it. Should. Hey, 10 more soap. Yay! More clean dwarves. Oh, no. We dumped a bad thing. Oops. Too late. A named weapon got dumped. Or maybe melted, actually? Probably melted. I'm using that as a shortcut now. That is funny. It's the year 430, actually. Okay, so Ithor the miners coming to do this. Alright, let's see. Ithor the miners still in the right spot. Oh boy. Look at all that magma just being launched up into the air. Ha! And he thinks it worked. We did it. The experiment was a success. No dwarven injuries. The magma is gonna come back down. Now I just have this ugly spot right here, but it is what it is. At least I don't have the smoke murdering frame rate killer anymore. I don't think. Magma laced with magma. I mean, it did. It just didn't go high enough to actually cause any problems. All right, time to like start fixing things. Put a fluoride, piece of fluoride there so that we can build that wall going up. Let's... I can't quite schedule a wall there yet. Do those two, I think. I mean, that was magma, so it was like magma sprinkling down above magma. Red dwarf hunting. Sweet. Beardless, you're still in prison, right? No, you're merely starving to death. Well, that's fine. No biggie, just here's the thing. If that dwarf dies, I really don't care. That dwarf's been a problem for a while. Problem dwarves can just, you know, eat shit and die as far as I'm concerned. Nope. Although literally just got food dropped off by Bastet. But probably because he was throwing a tantrum, she probably canceled it. I need to buy me some sesame seeds. That looks good, Mind. I don't know if Mind is here right now. That food looks good. Look at Yudo's Kush, Johnny, and Zutton, their child, all sharing a bed. How adorable. That's so cute. Oh, hey, mind. Yeah, that looks delicious. My so that person who was being a sassy bitch on YouTube that I pinned on the video is just like, bro, I'm honestly just trolling, bro. The graphics looks neat. Thanks for the video. So I pinned it on the video because, okay. This is how this went, right? Person comments 53 minutes ago on YouTube. Crazy how the fortress is really embracing its RimWorld clone origins. And then I was like, crazy how it's surpassed RimWorld in almost every aspect. Smile. And then they respond with, bro, I'm honestly just trolling. Bro. The graphics updates looks great. Thanks for the video. And now I'm tempted to pin that and just respond with, bro. Actually, I'm just going to be like, bro. No problem. Bruh. I'm also leaving that pinned. You can have some notifications for a while. I'm so happy that Nick Cage video came out, and I'm so sad that it's only getting 6 views an hour. Be like, is this just RimWorld with Z levels? Is it just RimWorld with Z levels? Is it? Yes, of course. Duh. That's why they didn't give it graphics, so that computers could comprehend this. My favorite comments on that video, though, have been the ones that are just like, seriously, no, like, supercomputer could possibly run this with graphics. And then everybody's like, no, the graphics themselves are trivial. Yeah. No one really cares about that video. It'll get maybe 300-400 views and then fall off into the algorithm of obscurity. The Nicolas Cage subreddit kind of likes it, but I don't see it going viral. My viral hopes are falsified. It did really well the first hour. It got like 50 views in 5 minutes. Everybody's like, what the fuck is that? But it's 40 seconds. It's literally just the Dwarf Fortress intro, but every single tile in the tile set is Nicolas Cage's face. Even the text. So it's just like a wall of Nicolas Cage. B-Lug made the tile set as a joke. In response to a joke, and I couldn't resist. Cess pertains yellow, cess. There we go. And I will forbid that. Wait, no. That. So they do the other thing first. Also, I'm ready for a different soundtrack. Let's do... What's a good soundtrack that I like listening to? It's a good one I haven't done in a while. Good head bobber. Also, there's a caravan I need to trade with. Nah, because I don't have a king. I only have a duchess, Scubs. And no, they're already named Johnny after Johnny from chat. It's a good tune, isn't it? I really want to get this record on vinyl, but the company that puts it out is super expensive to ship. Maybe I'll buy it the next time I go to a convention or something. All right, let's request trader. Which is my smith, who's currently reading a book. I remember when we could hang out with multiple people. Even if like the conventions that I go to this year happen, I might still just not go. Because I normally go to PAX West and TwitchCon every year. I might just not go. I might just not go. Just because, like, PAX usually happens end of August. TwitchCon's usually September. How will I get into parties and stuff? I mean, I might just go to TwitchCon. Because TwitchCon is more helpful to me than PAX. I don't know, it really depends on how things are going. With COVID. I mean, Hobo, if this stuff's still in full swing by then, the convention won't happen. Yeah, that too. I mean, it might get delayed. I could totally see PAX West getting delayed a couple of months, but we won't know for a while. I'm buying all of the books because this fortress is a library. Sweet, trade. Good trade, boys. Yeah, if it happens. I mean, if it doesn't happen, it'll be the first TwitchCon I've missed since 2016. Certainly will be a weird way to spend a year, if nothing else. My phone's going off. Why is my phone going off? PC Gamer decided to ping my phone. Should really disable that website. There's some websites I like getting articles from, like Gamasutra, but PC Gamer can sit on a nail. When the Olympics got delayed, I was shocked it took them so long to delay the Olympics. That's the part that freaked me out. Hello, Cook. I also need you, Dwarf Fortress player, and you're kind of in awe of my Fortress Center. Thank you. Scubs. If you want to watch this fort from the beginning, by the way, all the VODs are up on YouTube. I know there was someone who was telling me yesterday in chat that they mute the video and put it in 4 times speed just to watch me build, which I thought was interesting. Working on those steel bars. Working on those leather bags. We're still working on lye. I can make some more soap. Smelting lemonite ore. Working on those short swords as well as the arrowheads. Hello, Grenadier. Oh, absolutely, Grenadier. No, totally. But still. It was like around the times teams started pulling out. Like countries were pulling out of it. You'll be sure to check them out. Thanks, man. Yeah, no, I mean, if you like the stuff that I do, I'm here a lot, right? Even if, like, the Dwarf Fortress portion of my streams sometimes can be a little short. I try my best to keep things interesting. Assuming everybody's hauling books. Yep, books and scrolls. If you ever need help with anything, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Even if I can't answer them, I'm sure somebody in chat can. Like, I'm not some crazy, all-knowing god of Dwarf Fortress. I'm just alright at the game, really. All I can say is I hope that one day Steam Dwarf Fortress comes out and this channel becomes Bigu channel. I'm not a god, no. Are you a god? When someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes! Hey. Next project. Let's get this thing smooth. So that's why I brought Tarn Adams. Nah, trust me, if I had Tarn Adams on my stream, I would announce it way before it happened. Like, weeks in advance. I should just, like, email Tarn and ask if he'd want to be on my stream for a bit. Yeah, this is the Bastion OST. Sorry, I didn't respond to that sooner, Tauquin. I mean, to be fair, Bay 12 Games does follow me on Twitter. I'm kind of a big deal. Also, recently, Unnormal followed me on Twitter. That one surprised me. The brain behind Caves of Cud. Or half of the brain behind Caves of Cud. What do you mean by disappear? Yeah, if there's nothing to support them, so like, say you have a ramp and a wall. There's a ramp going up to the wall. If you get rid of the wall, the ramp falls down. If that makes sense. So if I were to like dig out all of these walls right here, these ramps would have nothing to support them and they would disappear. What can you put a ramp on? A wall. Oh man, I got a ways to go. gonna have to come up and around the back. Yeah, sign of a wall or a constructed wall or the side of a mountain. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Scubs. Just thanks for asking questions and thanks for playing Dwarf Fortress and getting into Dwarf Fortress. You know, it's not a game for everybody, and it's just nice to see people interested. You put it on the floor next to a wall into an open space above. Unless the ladder has a stand, but I digress. Ladders are more like stairs in Dwarf Fortress. Because they stand on their own, right? So chat, if I'm feeling better, at some point this week or early next week, I'm gonna do another marathon stream. We're gonna do social distancing marathon Mark II. It will be sellouty. I will have a timer. Things will extend the timer. But the sole goal of, you know, keeping me funded because a chunk of my income went away. And it's looking like I'm not going to qualify for too much assistance in this weird times. So, it's kind of an FYI warning. Dwarf Fortress also has step ladders, but they're very dangerous. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing the best I can over here. It's either that or I need a big old influx into my Patreon, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. You know, I'm actually going to wrap this around, and we're going to enter it here. And I'm going to build a little bridge there. Because that should be enough space for them to come down here and then into there. Is in the purgatory to play? Explain. Like you're waiting for the Steam version, or an easier to get into version rather. Making 10 more soap because my lie is done. But you're still watching it, so there's that. I don't fault anybody who are waiting for the Steam version. I think that it's not necessary to wait for the Steam version, but if you're gonna wait for it, I don't blame you. So this is going to be a way for the caravans to come straight down and into my crafting floor, so that they can peruse our craft dwarf ship clearly. Technically Dwarf Fortress, because I played Dwarf Fortress before RimWorld existed, but I never got heavily into Dwarf Fortress until after playing RimWorld for like 3,000 hours. Want to fast forward the learning process? You want to fast forward the learning process just to absorb as much Dwarf Fortress as humanly possible. Because once you know what you're looking at and what your options are, the majority of the learning is gone. You just need to learn the hotkeys. Like, the difficulty of learning Dwarf Fortress really is learning your options. But I also had played a lot of, in quotes, dwarf-likes as well. Like, I played Towns, which wasn't good. I played No Moria. I played RimWorld, obviously. I've played a lot of other games that are like Dwarf Fortress. Okay, so now we're going to... we'll wait until that's up before I place the bridge. Oh, yeah, no, totally. There's definitely fun in learning your options. So this is going to be a entryway for traders. Can I make it out? I'm making it out of rose gold bars. We're gonna have a pink trading depot because why not? It's really not. I think people psych themselves out of Dwarf Fortress. Like, I'm not trying to convince you to play it. Stick Farmer, if you don't want to play it, that's totally fine. But in my mind, it's no different than learning CK2 or any other Paradox game. Maybe not Stellaris. Stellaris is kind of relatively easy to get into. But all of the older PDX games, like kind of the last gen PDX games, it's no more difficult than those games. It's no harder, like, I would even argue it's no harder than learning Civilization, like, mechanically, or RimWorld, or any of those other games. The only difference is, I mean, neither could I, to be fair, Stick. The only real difference is Dwarf Fortress, the learning barrier is more based around looking at it. Like, out of curiosity, what would you say is the hardest game you've ever gotten into? Actually, chat room in general, what would you say is the most intimidating or hardest game you ever got into? Rose gold? Oh, you don't know what rose gold is? Oh, okay. Or didn't know what rose gold is. Eve? Eve is way harder than Dwarf Fort. Way harder. StarCraft 2? StarCraft 2 has a higher skill ceiling and difficulty, but the actual, like, basic of clicking things and moving things around. I would actually say that oh, hey, Crackbait. Thanks for the follow the other day, by the way. SFV? Street Fighter? Oh, okay. Gotcha. D&D 3.5. No, the hardest part about D&D 3.5 is going outside and finding other humans that are interested in coming to your house and playing in a dungeon with you. That's the hardest part. Right, Hayes? Dota 2? Yeah. Whoa, that's a lot of dead Grundles. Where is it? Yeah, that's just precise game movement. Like, learning Geometry Dash is super easy. Playing it well is hard. I remember outside. All right, the Forgotten Beast, Idash. Cognaril has come. A towering blob composed of salt. It has an enormous shell. And it has a bloated body. We shall call him Twitch Chat. No, Snow Blob is already dead. I don't actually know where it is, though. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. Down here. That guy. Right there. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm more, when I say hardest game, I mean, what is the hardest game to learn you've ever played? Like, learning depth and mechanics, but super easy to pick up games like Street Fighter, I necessarily wouldn't count. Because, like, Street Fighter, anybody can pick up Street Fighter and mash buttons and play it badly, right? But Dwarf Fortress, it's actually possible to load into Dwarf Fortress and not know how to move the screen up and down and never figure that out. You know what I mean? Like, Dwarf Fortress is difficult to pick up mechanically, but once you know the mechanics, it's very easy. Oh, really? I always found the Total War games to be very simple, but... to me, they're always Babby's first 4X and then a fun little strategy game. But maybe I'm just experienced with these types of games. I don't know. Man, that Forgotten Beast has been busy down here. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the turtle. The deadly spittle turtle. Oh, they're both just like sitting. This down might be big enough for the both of us? Probably not. Oh, there it goes, and it's dead. Well, rip pile of salt. And that's how you kill Twitch chat. See, again, I don't necessarily consider Battletoads to be, like, relevant to the conversation, because Battletoads, you can pick up and play Battletoads, no problem. Can you beat it? No, but that's not the point. Like, I, at the age of 5, was able to pick up Battletoads and run around and hit shit in the first level and then die and get frustrated and put it away. But mechanically, that game's easy. It's just designed badly. And Mario Lost Levels, again, you can just, it's just Mario. You can pick up and jump and do all that stuff. Dwarf Fortress, you need to learn how to jump. See, NetHack would fit, right? I'm aware of it, but I haven't looked at it at all. Harry Turpus. Never got into Master Magic. As a stressful thing in your mind. And that's why I'm so mad at every single games journalist Stick Farmer that listed Dwarf Fortress as this impossibly deep, terrifying, horrendously badly designed, scary UI monster of a video game. Because frankly, they're doing the game a fucking massive disservice. And there's so many stories on the internet about Dwarf Fortress that refer to it like that. It makes me extremely sad because, believe it or not, Dwarf Fortress is extremely easy. And also very easy to min-max, and well, not min-max, but like, it's very easy to min-max your defenses and never die to anything. Once you know how to do it. Same with most traditional roguelikes, I would say. CCX. The channel that I hosted last night, he speedruns NetHack. Space Station 13 is both amazingly interesting and a fascinating video game and the most obnoxious thing I've ever played. I love and hate it at the same time. And want to stream it real bad. But I also hate it. It's like the biggest love-hate relationship I've had with a video game ever. Like, I actually play Space Station 13 off stream sometimes. I've played on various different private servers and I enjoy it, but there's some things in that game that are so fucking annoying. Space Station 13? You're probably confusing it with Space Base DF9. Not if you're playing on a private server, and I have a friend who plays on a private server and streams on a private server. Nailed it, Stone. Yeah, Space DF9 was an unfinished game by, an unfinished Kickstarter game that never will get finished by Double Fine. And Space Base DF9 is a 4chan nightmare that's been in development as long, if not longer, than Dwarf Fort. Ah. I need 6 items. I want something that looks cool. And also uses up some extra blocks. Let's use those. But if you want to play space-based DF9, play a game called The Spatials. It's a terrible name. But The Spatials Galactology. Solid little game, super cheap. Kind of scratches that space station builder itch. Cute little isometric cartoony view. Kind of jank, but it's got a lot of mechanics. A very underappreciated game, and I think it's underappreciated because the name is horrendous. But fun for the price for sure. Mm-hmm. That is what I said. That was. I said a lot, not all. Of course, there's lots. What in the shit is that? Chat room, I have a question. Why is there a bunch of giant badgers in my fort? They don't appear to be fighting with my dwarves. The dwarves don't seem to mind them too much. They must be DeBerries. Hi, DeBerries. How you doing? Fucking family of giant badgers just ran in. All right, well, they seem to be moving on. Like I said, they didn't attack any of my dwarves, so it's... Free badgers? If I had cage traps set up, which I don't. You know what? Let's actually do that. Let's put a couple cage traps about. Right there. The Corundals don't have access to the fort, Anander. The underground areas are sealed off. Also, I'm not too concerned about them. It was just very strange. Suddenly there's a bunch of bees in the fort. I was like, what the f... ADOM is amazing. ADOM, you can be 60 hours into a run and then step on an altar and get instantly sacrificed, one guaranteed death, to an elder god by an invisible priest that you have no way of detecting. ADOM's special. Hey, what's up? I played a lot of ADOM when I was younger. Although I'm like low-key super excited for Ultimate ADOM. Moria was my first, actually. But I played ADOM shortly after. Your first was NetHack? That Moria? Fucking badgers are still running around, man. Dude. Maybe it's too cold outside. Maybe perhaps that's the problem. Never got past the Eddie. Man, nothing compares to the difficulty and stress that was caused to me by Space Cadet Pinball. Actually, no, it was the first hard learning curve game that I played without any sort of instructions. Minesweeper. Fucking hard. Actually, no. You know what was my first roguelike? What am I talking about? Dungeons of Doom. Here's actually some gameplay of it. This game. That was my first, like, roguelike-y turn-based dungeon crawler. Let's forget about it. Simi has gone into a mood. You're a scribe. You woke up. Wow. Possessed while asleep. Suddenly woken up. Cooler, how you doing? It's good to see you. Problem with ADOM is 90% of the starting enemies are so weak, but by the time you run into something that's actually a threat, you're not playing carefully enough to survive it. Yeah, well. All the tome? Wait, why would you play it all the time if you don't like it? I've gotten used to CDDA. Oh no. Minesweeper is awesome. Huh. Sorry, I was just reading something on Twitter. Simi has claimed a mechanics workshop. Ooh. But possessed, so no legendary mechanic. Boo. Picross is your jam. I never played Picross, but I've heard people talk about Picross for years. Badger, don't you fucking do it! Really is DeBerry's, yeah. Blocks of bricks, gem shining. Cloth thread. Stone rock. Leather skin. Leather skin. Gem shining. Tree life. Might be trees. Am I out of... That's trees. Just cut down a few trees. Let's see if that does it. Let's see if that'll do it. Question is, are we trying to make anything out of wood right now? Not currently. I've never played an Amiga game. I don't like having lyrics in the background while I'm streaming. It's a problem I have. Oh, I was making wood cages. That's what I was making. See, I like songs with lyrics. I just don't like streaming over songs with lyrics. Never played any of the King's Quest games. Is anybody going up there to fell trees? Recover wounded. Why is somebody wounded? Oh no, Crocodile was fighting. Crocodile got the shit kicked out of them by a Tanner. Or by a Badger. Now I want to extract my vengeance on the Badgers, but... Nobody's coming upstairs to cut down trees. There's gotta be somebody with that job still set. Why? Theme park wasn't very good. It had character, but wasn't a very good video game. Dungeon Keeper was good. Besides, you can go get Theme Park for like $2 on Good Old Games. So if you want to play Theme Park, just go get Theme Park. Here you go, Anander. If you miss it, there it is. Oh, there's a dwarf fighting with a badger. Christ. It's delightful. Badger is pissed, but man, that fight. He knocked its teeth out. Let's just put it out of its misery with the squads. You have a good night's sleep, Yudos Kush. Was blissful, remembering sleeping in a very good fight, and afraid after experiencing trauma. I mean, so do I. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is still the best Roller Coaster Tycoon, though. I'm very perplexed as to why I actually have nobody set to woodcutting. Oh, actually, I think I know why. It's because they're in the Ice Watch. Cancel that job and let them go do their normal jobs. Give them a break anyway. They've been training for a very long time. Alrighty, CCX, you have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'm actually going to be switching over to End Zone pretty soon here. Probably after I sort out this here mood. Bunch of dwarves are reading books. Worshipping their gods. Taking hard-earned breaks. How much thread do I have? That might also be a problem. Time here, is it late summer? Might get a trading depot. Or traders in time to be able to do that. Let's workshop orders don't auto loom thread for a little bit. Because it might also be thread that is the problem. Like the lack of wood might be the problem, but thread might also be a very real problem. Make 3 iron axes. It's also possible that we are out of axes. This dwarf is concerning me a little bit now. You probably still have your axe too. Zenfrox. They have a long name. Oh, it's because it's Yudos Kush, the husband of our Duchess. They get super fancy, long, cool titles. Hopefully that explains it. Generally, when somebody has a title like that, it's because they are a important dwarf in the fort. Or some form of weird criminal. I mean... the Duke Consort is their title. They're the Duke Consort. Duke Consort is a pretty long name, and if they also happen to have a relatively long name on top of that, then yeah, it's going to be a problem. Really hoping you're going to go fell the tree after you pick up whatever this equipment is. Going to your bedroom first. There you go, you're going to go fell a tree, perfect. Huzzah! That'll probably do it. Also, Frostlearned, the artificial plane, is a really long name for a fort. That's not helping. Two seconds. I'm gonna go rinse this mug out that's on my desk and refill my water. While this dwarf goes and hacks down a tree. Don't mind the badger splatter there. And all the teeth and bits and pieces. Badger's fine. This is oddly fitting music for this. Never gotten elven nobility? I've had like weird... I've never had goblin nobility either. I've had like higher ranked elves. I've read about Dwarven Civ that had a goblin in charge. Don't mind me, I'm gonna cut off this soundtrack. We're gonna listen to some Witcher music. Had a governor, like a goblin governor? I don't think I've ever seen a goblin governor. That's kind of a funny thought, though. The best part about Witcher music is it also has this lovely... Okay, clearly it's not that. It's thread that we need. It has this lovely, like, ambient bird chirping and stuff in the background, too. Zelda music would copyright strike my YouTube videos and probably mute my VOD, so no. Well, not copyright strike, but it would claim my videos. And they'd get a shit ton of ads thrown in them, and I'd get a lot of emails from YouTube saying, bad! So. Nope, Nintendo's just a bunch of fucking psychopaths. I almost exclusively only listen to music that doesn't care. But Nintendo's a bunch of fucking psychopaths. Alright, so at this point, we're just kind of hoping that... I know I've seen the governor title, but I'm not sure what civilization. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yay, and it's reachable. Sweet. Means I can then go back up here. And we can deconstruct this trading depot. Because they will now travel all the way down. They'll go this way and then all the way down here. And into here. So we can trade with them even quicker. No, I only listen to music that I know won't get my VODs muted. And I know won't get my YouTube videos claimed. Anything else is not channel suicide, but a bad idea. We'll just say that. A really bad idea. You don't really want to intentionally dive bomb your channel by doing stuff like that. It's part of the reason why I don't support or play any Nintendo games on my channel, regardless of how good they are. I mean, I know that you're memeing, Yuzurun, but how many people here watching the stream right now found my channel through YouTube? And how many people here enjoy the little Today in Dwarf Fortress videos I put up? I mean, I know that's a lie. Numbers. You came from Evil Trick. But here's the thing. I mean, I wouldn't say they're a shit company. They're shit to creators. And their online stuff shit. They make great games. And their games are much better than a lot of other big companies. Like, they don't fill them up with loot boxes. So as far as like... No, I'm talking about Nintendo, not YouTube. YouTube's fine. I mean, they're garbage, but they're fine. I'm talking about Nintendo. YouTube's fine. Really? Technically, Google makes games and Google is YouTube, but... It's the biggest platform. It works. If you don't adapt to the algorithm, you get fucked, but is it really your place to complain if you get fucked by an algorithm if you're intentionally not obeying it? Like, I can't really complain if the algorithm fucks me because I literally do stuff intentionally that I know for a fact the algorithm doesn't like. I don't have the massive throbbing hate boner for YouTube that you clearly do. I look at it like any other opportunity and any other platform that I could potentially put stuff on. It's a medium for me to put, or it's a place for me to put stuff in my medium. It's like a storage facility almost. Is it necessarily great? No, obviously not. Is it an amazing platform that enables me to do a lot of great stuff? No, not really. If Dailymotion had a bigger user base and was a better platform, I'd use Dailymotion. How can a platform be anti-creator if literally everything on their platform is made by creators? They are just anti-specific types of creator. Does that make sense? The content that their algorithm leans towards is the content people watch. So if people are watching a lot of a thing, YouTube will push more of it, regardless of whether or not it's good content, which sucks. But it's not necessarily anti-creator. They just don't care about little guy in the corner making videos about Dwarf Fortress. Because there's not that many people making videos about Dwarf Fortress. Do they fuck people over? Yeah, but every company does. You only hear about the negativity out of a platform, not the small positive success stories. You know, like, Did it actually, Harry? Hello. You know what's ironic? I talk about COVID-19 all the time on my streams. Not a single one of my VODs have been demonetized. And I just got monetization like the other day. I agree. Yes. But here's the thing. Do you want people fear-mongering? Because if they allowed monetization on any video that talks about COVID, how many asshole fucking dumb shit, piece of garbage shit morons would be out there screaming about COVID-19 5 videos a day? Because everybody's searching for it. I don't understand why people don't see the issue with that. Like, imagine all the conspiracy theory YouTubers out there saying, oh, 5G is causing COVID, making 10 videos a day about it and making bank. It's a protective measure. Not necessarily. I mean, last I checked, CNN has been fear-mongering. Fucking Fox News has been fear-mongering. It's not just the little guys. I think that you are underestimating the size of the moronic channels on YouTube. There's a lot of really, really big, like, multi-million subscriber channels that are right-wing conspiracy theorist bullshit. They're not technically breaking any rules, but you don't want them throwing around conspiracy theories. So I don't know. The COVID-19 doesn't bother me thing. The COVID-19 demonetization thing doesn't bother me as nearly as much as it probably should. Some people need their nuts cut off so that they can't breed. Wizard Harry. I say that all the time. I don't know, user. Agree to disagree, I guess. And they're profiting from it, Anander. Because people watch it. I don't know. For me, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. For, like, every dozen channels like The Quartering out there, you have... It would be a very disproportionate amount of people just making... Oh, here's the thing. Not even toxic channels. Like fucking wholesome life channels. Do you have any idea how many bajillions more videos we would get of people saying, here are 10 tips on how to not get COVID, and profiting from an illness and disease? Like, we already get tons of them already. But imagine how many more we would get. But you obviously need to stay informed, so many people are strung out from it. I laugh when people are like, I need to delete Twitter for a week. Dude, I've deleted Twitter from my phone multiple times before. Hey, Crow, thanks for the raid. Cheers, dude. I hope that your stream was good. What's up, man? How's things? I have a strange mood, Dwarf, and I have no thread. And I don't really want to go fight Forgotten Beasts for the thread. So I'm a little freaked out. I thought that they needed wood, but it looks like they need thread. I know somebody who got banned from Twitter for adding a good friend of his who said and saying, "I'm going to fucking murder you." It was in total irony, but Twitter just insta-gibbed his account. Which makes me laugh every time I think about it. His friend added him with something dumb and a smiley face, and he's just responded with, "I'm going to fucking murder you." And Twitter was just like, "Nope." Yep. Prime is annoying by design, so you forget to use it. Unfortunately, they'll mind I need Twitter in order to operate in this industry. Dear Weaver, I need you. It's early autumn. I'm literally just waiting on traders now. Can always love Tommy. I mean, you should love Tommy. I don't think everybody loves Tommy. Trust me though, if I didn't need it, if I was a famous enough person, oh shit, who let Beardless Dane out of prison? If I was a famous enough person where I could just exist on Twitch and turn my stream on and have hundreds of people tune in without having Twitter, I would totally do it. I just use Discord. You link your Amazon Prime account. Yeah, let me show you. The dream indeed. Like Celerity. Celerity gets like 2,000 viewers a night. And, or maybe not 2,000, like 1,000 viewers a night. Doesn't have Twitter. Was famous beforehand. God damn. I have fresh honey too. I don't have enough to make mead, but I have fresh honey. Just because you didn't post a I'm live tweet? I think you overestimate how many people come in through Twitter. What's actually important through Twitter is networking with people. Do you actually think that, like, to give you an idea, I have about 1,000 Twitter followers. About 2 people click on my tweets when I go live. You want to know why? It's because most of the people who follow me are developers and other streamers, not my viewers. Because you fuckers don't follow me, it's not actually that helpful. But it's great for communicating with PR people and developers. But if you're big enough, they'll just seek out your email and find it anyway. It's not actually as useful, unless like I had, I don't know, 800,000 Twitter followers. It's useful, but if people from my chat don't actively follow me on Twitter, yeah, I mean, you watch like once a month or so, Harry, right? So, not super relevant. Let's actually cancel or stop removal of that for a bit. Then I can't help you. Hence my problem. I don't need you to follow me on Twitter. I'm just simply stating that's why Twitter's not as useful as you might think. Like, I post a video on Twitter, it gets maybe 2 engagements. Maybe 5 engagements. If I videotape my face talking and upload directly to Twitter, it'll get a bunch of engagements. People will look at that. But like if I link to a YouTube video, see, this is exactly exactly why I'm saying Twitter is not that useful. If I post an ad, everyone on Discord, 10 people tune in instantly. Which one's more useful? Twitter or Discord? It's like maybe if you have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Twitter followers, then it's useful. Need bed, go sleep, bye. We'll see you later, Hayes. Thanks for inspiring the nightmare that is that Nicolas Cage, I'll say. But man, if I could live without impulsively checking Twitter, that would be lovely. Twitter's a marketing tool. Also, Caesar Lime, hello. It's good to see you. I'm literally just waiting and hoping that we get traders soon. We're in early autumn, so we should get traders. It's a race against the clock between whether or not Simi goes nuts or we get traders. Also, what's in these? Giant badger. Aw. I got 2 male giant badgers. I need a female giant badger. But I should be able to start training some giant badgers. Isn't that exciting? Sorry, Zapdos. Can you war train badgers? Does anybody know? I want to say you can't, but it would be bloody nice if you could. With a little suit of armor. Wind in the Willows. That's all I have to say is Wind in the Willows. Grew up on that shit. Man. My weavers are collecting webs. Potentially, we might be okay then. Do you want yarns specifically? Leather skin as well. Do I have tanned hides? Oh, that's our problem. Ladies and gents, we have no tanned hides. Alright. Well, that's another forgotten beast. An enormous humanoid composed of ash. It has a spare of spindly antennae and a bloated body, and it's not going to last very long against the giant turtle. So we'll just let it fight the giant snapping turtle. I know what I need now. Time to eat some geese. Geese soup, anybody? Honey badgers. Army of honey badgers. You'd never need a military. We'd also have no dwarves left because they'd kill all my dwarves. If you had an army of giant honey badgers, they would actively just murder all of my dwarves. That would be a massive problem. I thought that I just had lots of leather. I'm an idiot, apparently. Oh, post liaison has arrived, though. It's a race between me and them of who can make leather faster. Oh, you moved. You grabbed the boulder of diorite. Why did you move one tile? Huh. Interesting. I didn't realize they moved out of the way of wheelbarrows. I guess the more you know. Let's hope that we get the caravan down here quickly. All right, trader requested a depot. I require leather. Hall of the leather. Yeah, screw it. Prep. Maybe not all of them. You know what, chat room? I think I'm finally getting tired of Untitled Goose Game memes. I'm not going to ban them or anything, but I think I'm finally getting tired of them. I feel like for me, most memes kind of have a limit. And there's a point where they just stop being funny. And I think I'm at that point now with Untitled Goose Game. Chat, what's kind of like your meme threshold? Do you have a meme threshold where you're just like, I'm tired. I can't deal with this shit no more. I mean, Untitled Goose Game memes have not been in moderation as of late. It's just like, you know, if I could go the rest of my life without ever hearing another JoJo meme in my life, I would be so happy. Like, I would actually just be ecstatic if that's something that I could just avoid for the rest of my life. Not trying to be political, just the meme. I actually haven't seen much of that one. When I click on literally any Discord server, I see it there. And it's ruined forever? What's ruined forever? Oh shit. You either went insane or... We got it done. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Same as always. Alright, I'm actually going back to... Bring me cloth, please. Bring me thread, please. And plant thread. And some ropes. Memes in general. I mean, I relegate them to one room in my Discord so I don't have brain spasms every day. Robert Daubert, hello. Well then, we have finalized the import agreement. Feel free to go over the documents. I mean, like, I enjoy certain types of memes, but just randomly saying hunk for the sake of it out of nowhere because somebody mentioned the existence of a goose is just like... It's kind of like, for a while when whenever somebody would post a picture of a cute puppy, and everybody's like, Doge! Took the opportunity to fix my camera brightness. I mean, Frankerzy's adorable, but... Kodal! Yeah, exactly, that meme, Stick Farmer. I look forward to our meeting next year. Our fortunes rise and fall together. Oh, I'm well aware that Frank, aka Frankerzy, is dead. Sad days. Let's get rid of all the crap there again. Well, take care of your head. We'll see you later, Virtue. Yeah, I don't know why you lost your paywall. Wait, what? Been stricken by melancholy. Took too long, I guess. Well, that's an unfortunate tale. What caused you to suddenly get stricken? You had the item you needed. Must have just taken too long. Can I get some Fs in chat for poor Shimmy? Poor Shimmy. Alright, friends. How long have we been streaming? 7 hours, almost. I think now is a good time for us to end this sad tale. I'm not ending the stream. We're just switching games. So I have some sponsored time to play another 2 hours of End Zone. So we're going to go do that. All right, so the next 2 hours of the stream is going to be sponsored. It's a town builder. It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic banished Anno type deal. We did 2 hours of it on, or like 6 hours of it actually on Thursday, and I quite enjoyed it, so we're going to do 2 more. Yeah, I've never seen a dwarf go nuts in the process either. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how big your fortress is, I guess. But if you're looking for more Dwarf Fortress to watch specifically, I would, of course, hope that you stick around. Go watch Scoundrel of the Cryptbeards. He's good people. He's got like 25 people watching him right now. I'm sure you guys will enjoy him if you're looking for more Dwarf Fort stuff. But of course, I'd prefer that you stick around and watch me, because sponsored streams are a large portion of how I pay bills, especially in times like these. I'm going to be swapping up a few things, changing some things around. For whatever it's worth, though, Endzone is pretty fucking cool. Gotta swap up my title and game and do other things. You was? Why aren't you still excited to see more of this one? Okay, let's nuke the music. Send out the tweet. Grabs the title. You can be present and enjoy. Well, thank you for being present and enjoying. Endzone has a big publisher, so